Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Now, here is Harden. Foul for three. Bean with the rebound.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
Now here's Harden, following the missed shot by Sabonis. Pass to Zubac. Shot clock at 6. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Now here's Powell. Now Leonard. Back to Powell. Another shot. Uses the glass that time, and it's good.
Well, this guy very capable of capitalizing close to the rim. Norman Powell making an impact inside.
On the wing, Levine. The kick out to Sabonis. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
And the basket by Harden.
As soon as James Harden passes half court, defense better have a hand up and contest, or good night.
They get a hand on it. Stolen by Zubac. Outside Leonard. And it's done in the corner. The Clippers keep it alive. Kicks it out to Harden. Second shot opportunity. Leonard with no one around. And he drives in. Banked in off the glass.
That's what this coaching staff has encouraged Leonard to do. They want him in attack mode.
Here's Ellis. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Harden outside. Fires from way outside. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Well, Zubac's always around the rim. You love the quick strike there.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, the Kings trail by 5. Doris, with what he's done in the NBA, Kawhi Leonard seems to be a lock for the Hall of Fame.
I agree, Kevin, and the reason is he's got a couple of championships under his belt. More importantly, he's got individual awards, All-NBA, Defensive Player of the Year. And he's been able, in the most leveraged moments of a season, to be the focal point for his team, and that's a big driver of Hall of Fame status. Well, with that frame, that power, James Harden leaves no doubt.
Second team foul.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. The drive by Monk.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Wide open. And it's James Harden with the rebound.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
And here's Bogdanovich for 3. Drills it from outside.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. Domantas Sabonis set the longest double-double streak in over half a century last season with 61 straight double-doubles. He said, "It's awesome to be mentioned with the greats. It's my job as a big man to get rebounds and to finish. At the end of the day, we're just out there trying to win." Kevin?
Thank you, David. That double-double streak was a blast to watch. Historic in so many ways. Outside, Sabonis. And the rejection by Zubac.
How about Zubac? Worked so hard on the defensive end. Nicely done.
And that one drops. Leonard's got his second basket.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Now here's Powell. Following the missed shot by Sabonis. Levine with it. Nothing on the board. And that one, good.
Whatever it takes to get to his offensive game, that time DeMar doing work in the painted area.
It's Powell with the drive. He gets it in there.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Clippers ahead.
22. The Kings. 11.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball, looking for fast break opportunities, always a good idea.
Crafty move. Pass to Valanciunas. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Now into the lineup for your Clippers.
And so Simmons will bring it up for the Clippers. Led by as many as 14 points. Count it. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Levine's form is pure. That three-point shot is pretty.
Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Down low. Back to Bogdanovich. Jones for three. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Jones has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Monk. And then Monk with the dunk.
I tell you, Monk has some bunnies on it. I mean, he leaps up there with ease to throw that one down. The D has got to be a little bit more aware of his athleticism.
And yes, it's good. Los Angeles leading by 9. Recently, Doris, the Clippers have had their most successful stretch in franchise history.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They've only missed the playoffs twice, going all the way back to 2012. They made their first conference finals in team history back in 2021. Not bad for a franchise that had one of the worst win-loss records in league history.
Outside, Batum. Pass to Bogdanovich. Back to Jones. Just 5 to shoot. Out to the right wing. Here's Eubanks. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Kings trail by 9. Carter for 3. Here's Valanciunas. Here's Lyles. Tries again. And it's good on the way in. Lyles got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Substitution on the court.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Harden, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Harden's got 7 points in the game.
I tell you, James Harden's ability to power through contact and finish with bodies around him is something else.
Sabonis grabs the board. The Kings trail by 9. For 3, Murray. It's hauled in by Dunn.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing on that possession. They were all over him on the perimeter.
Here's Leonard. Aggressive move inside from Kawhi.
Now, this is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
Pass to Powell from deep three-point land. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. .136 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Dunn. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Yeah, I really admire the poise of Chris Dunn, appearing totally comfortable in the paint.
On the wing, Levine. Sacramento again missing.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that, but Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
And it's DeRozan missing.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Lobs it up for Zubac. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Man, did Zubac get off his feet in a hurry. What a finish.
Halt the run. Shots good by Ellis.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Back to Harden. Pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Not only is James Harden one of the elite one-on-one players, this guy is an elite passer, and it's on display there.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul. Now, into the lineup for your Clippers.
Outside, Levine. To the middle.
Jr.
Kicks it out to Ellis. Pass to Levine. Sabonis feeling it out of him. That'll do it for the first half. Clippers lead by 15. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And so Monk will bring it up for Sacramento. 15-point game. Right side, Levine. Pass to Valanciunas. No one near him. And it comes off the front of the rim. Here's Powell. Makes it off the glass. Powell's got 8.
This is Powell at his best. In attack mode, he is hard to stop.
And a wide open look for Valanciunas. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
Well, sometimes when you've got size, your release point is so high that you're going to get a good look no matter what.
DeRozan for 3. That shot off. Pass to Harden. In the corner, Powell with it. Poked away. Outside DeRozan. Monk with the ball. Puts the move on. And it's good on the layup. Monk's got his second bucket.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in L.A. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. The Kings trailed by 16. But looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Took him no time at all on that one. Coffey's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Miles with a wide open look. And once again off the mark by Sacramento.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Pass to Eubanks. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Here's Coffey. Back to Batum. Right side, Bogdanovich. Monk with the ball. Now guarded by Simmons. Here's Lyles. And the dunk by Lyles.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
LaVine wide open. And the 3 ball is good. LaVine's got 6 points.
LaVine with that high-arching shot from the corner.
Batum for 3. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. And the Clippers lead by 17.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
Pass to Murray. Monk outside. Screen by Sabonis. Monk with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up. Knocks down the 3 ball. He has 5.
Don't sleep on the big man now. Domantas Sabonis can be effective in catch and shoot.
Greg, give us one word to describe Domantas Sabonis on the offensive end.
Kevin, I guess I'd say dominant, but that only scratches the surface. The way Sabonis drops dimes, hits shots, and controls the glass, dominant just doesn't even really begin to say enough.
And he gets it to go. Murray's got his first points in this one.
And he never stops working. Murray keeps the feet moving and just never out of control. Great play there inside. And that was a risky pass. Fortunate that the D didn't get that one. It was in the air for a long time.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Doris, what's amazing to me if you look at Kawhi Leonard's production year to year, there's no drop-off.
There's certainly consistency to what Kawhi Leonard does. When he entered the league, he was a defensive force from the outset. And then he built methodically his offensive game. Free throws, post-game, and now range shooting. He is a complete basketball player. Body control, flair for the dramatic, LaVine in style.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Valanciunas. He's got 7. Murray outside. Screen by Valanciunas. Monk outside. 5 on the clock. Valanciunas, good.
Oh, efficient scoring in the post. Just one of the reasons Valanciunas is out there.
Harden outside. Got it off in time. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. There.
The Kings. 40.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And here is Los Angeles now. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Simmons. Nice D from Sabonis. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Clippers leading by 11 to the left side wing. Back to Leonard. And it's done in the corner. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Dunn's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Los Angeles. And it's Jones finishing it off.
And that's great to watch Monk share the ball. He's a more than capable passer when his mind is right.
Good ball movement here by the Clippers. A three from Leonard. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Back to Ellis. Pass to Sabonis. Jones, no one around him. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Leonard with the ball. Picked up by Ellis. And Coffey gets it to go.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Both teams deciding to change it up. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
During that break, Sacramento's coach had some words for the team. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said, we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Okay, David, thanks. And the basket by DeRozan.
Head always on a swivel. Levine making things happen with his passing.
Leonard, so dangerous from deep.
And he's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
DeRozan a screen. Here's Murray. And Jones sends it back. Leonard on the wing. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
Levine cooking right now, and if I'm the defense, I'm trying to make sure I knock him off balance.
Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Substitution for your Clippers. Ivica Zubac. James.
The Kings trail by 13. 1 for 3. Not going to go that time. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Fires top of the key. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Clippers lead by 15.
How about the incredible handle from James Harden? That ball is on the string, so crafty, the defense has no chance. Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
DeRozan with it. And it's Harden picking him up. Out to DeRozan. Beyond the arc. Here's Valanciunas. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Well, Jonas Valanciunas has the instincts, the size, and the smarts to go ahead and take advantage of those missed shots and create them into points. Yeah, put it in Powell's vicinity, and he will finish with authority. That's nice.
Here's Valanciunas. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
On the wing, Murray. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
And love the focus from Murray. He wants to make the most of his opportunities.
Here's Valanciunas. Up top DeRozan. From downtown. It falls! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Oh, my goodness. You could tell DeMar DeRozan demanded the basketball. He wanted the chance to be the deciding factor.
Sacramento making a switch here. It's stolen by DeRozan. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Norman Powell.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Both free throws good from DeRozan.
And now you're in a great position thanks to those clutch free throws. One possession game now.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
Here's Harden. Pass to Powell. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Norman Powell, absolutely fearless.
Here's Lyles. Yes! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And the second of 2 is good. That gives them a 4-point cushion. Timeout called by the Kings. They're trailing by 4. And what's their best move at this point?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
They need to score, and they need to do it quickly, but it is still possible here.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. And he commits the intentional foul.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Now, Norman Powell knows his role, and that is to be aggressive on the offensive end. Great job drawing contact.
And so both free throws are good. It's a 7-point game.
Well, it's about the little details. Capitalize at the free throw line, add to your lead.
The wide open look here for DeRozan. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You know, give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that stretches their lead to 8. Buries it from outside. Here's Powell. Takes it inside. So the Clippers with the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans.